Hello, how are you guys doing? Do you guys hear me good? Please, can you just respond here? That would be really appreciated. There is a chat in the bottom of the screen. If you can have a look there. Do you guys hear me? Do you guys see me? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Henry. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Perfect. Thank you. I'm just going to share my screen. Just let me know if you can see the screen as well. Okay, just a second, so that we will be ready to go. Do you see the screen as well? Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, wonderful. We'll just wait a minute and then we can get started. But till then, I would like to know, where are you guys logging in from? I would really like to know more about you, because all we had was communication via either Facebook or LinkedIn. So it would be good to know where you're from. Okay, Poland, Texas, Melbourne, cool. Texas, West Virginia, India, cool, 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 cool. Portland, wonderful. Okay. We are around 20 people. So waiting for a little bit more and then we'll get started. Till then, can you guys tell me if you have any knowledge about LinkedIn? What would you say is your level when it comes to LinkedIn? Are you a complete beginner? Do you know a little bit about LinkedIn, or are you an advanced user? This will help me to also shape the webinar accordingly. Complete beginner. Okay. Hi, Alfred. How's it going? Hi, Carlos. Beginner. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay. Frequent user, but don't do a lot in terms of posting myself as a thought leader. Okay. Regular user, but not an expert. That's fine. Okay. So that's good. I mean, Akhil said I'm a moderate user, beginner. Okay. Cool. That's good to know. I mean, we have a wide variety. Anyways, doesn't matter. I mean, I'm gonna go through the basics and I'm gonna scale and tell you how or what you can do so that you can get the best results. I think we can get started. So we are well above time. Okay, wonderful. So I am gonna share my screen. It's not a slideshow, just that you know. I hope you have some kind of notepad and a pen, so that it can be also more interactive session, and you will also understand what we are doing here. I will also be giving you the recording later, so there's nothing to worry. But I would appreciate if we can have this interactive workshop. You can ask me questions along the way, and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Okay, good. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. There you go. So first of all, why are we using LinkedIn? So if you know, LinkedIn is a business platform, and most of the top executives and decision makers are really easy to reach when it comes to LinkedIn as compared to Facebook or Instagram. So it's considered as a business platform, and it works really well, especially if you have a high ticket item, I would say. Our goal behind this workshop is to position you as an influencer, which is very important. And that is done mainly via content. And then I will also tell you some strategies, what you can do in terms of outbound marketing. So the combination of inbound and outbound works really wonderful. and you can have that traction going on when it comes to acquiring leads, having those kind of meaningful relationships, good conversations, and so on. So LinkedIn has 41% millionaires who has business mindset. It has over 550 million people on its business networking channel. So this is something that is an untapped potential, I would say. Not many people are using LinkedIn the way they should be. So most of the people are either spamming the shit out of the connections, and that's like a sure short way to not get any traction, or most of the people just don't know what they're doing on LinkedIn. So this is an opportunity where you can actually take advantage of this situation and get some kind of influencer status, if you will. If not, get some leads and get going with your business and grow your business. So who am I? I'll just tell you a bit about myself. If you might be knowing me, cool. If not, I'm Ron Kale. I'm originally from India as well, although I relocated to Germany around 10 years ago. I had a classic IT job in India, which I was very frustrated with. And that led me to the world of gambling, where I completely destroyed my life. I lost all my savings, a complete disaster. And that was a rock bottom situation in my life, where I said, you know what, I have to get out of India because working here was not an option anymore. So I said, okay, what's the next step that I can do? So I took my last gamble, as I call it, which was the educational loan, and then I went to Germany. I finished my MBA there, and I was working for Mercedes-Benz, the car company. Within 2.5, 3 years, I was able to pay all my debt, uh, which I had in terms of education loan, and which I took from my family because of my gambling and all that kind of stupid stuff that I did. And then I said, you know, what do I really want to do? So I just took a step back, and I realized cartoons was something that was really interesting for me. So one fine day, I was just sitting on my sofa and I just saw a cartoon coming up. I don't know, it was a cartoon in early 90s called called Captain Planet, and I was so fascinated by it then, and I realized, wow, this still excites me. And I just connected the dots in my brain, and I said, you know what, let me check if there is a market for video. That was 2014, late 2014, early 2015, where videos was booming, and it's still booming. So that's how I just got started with videos. I did not have any knowledge about what kind of videos do I want to do, how do I sell them. So I learned everything by myself, including let's say how to do sales, how to do marketing, everything. Sure, the MBA degree helped me a lot, but most of the knowledge was from field experience, so to say. And here I am, 5 years down the line. I have a team of around 20 people now working with me. Some are full-time employees, some are freelancers, and business is thriving. And how I stumbled across this was, I've always used LinkedIn as my primary source of getting customers. I've used literally all kinds of things. I've tried automation, I've tried spamming people, I've done literally everything. And now I'm in a position where I can actually have meaningful conversations, connect with people on a regular basis, provide them value, and get them on a call and effectively convert them, if you will. So when I was just talking to one of my colleagues, and he said, "Can you tell me a little bit about LinkedIn?" And I said, "You know what? I'm pretty sure there might be quite a lot of other people who might be needing LinkedIn as well." So I just said, "You know what? Let me just put out a post," and I just posted a couple of times on LinkedIn and also on Facebook. And people were like, "Yeah, we want to know more." So I said, "You know what? There is something here. So let me see what I can do here." And that's why we are here on this workshop. And that's the story behind it. Also, this storytelling concept, we will explore this a little bit more when it comes to inbound marketing. But I hope now you know a little bit about me as well over here. So these are just a few results that I have generated from the inbound LinkedIn marketing that I do, posting content on a regular basis, connecting with people, commenting on their profiles, so on and so forth. I will show them to you as we go along as well. And effectively, I mean, that's one of the reasons why you are here on this workshop, because you saw my post. So this is exactly what I do. Try to provide value, try to intrigue them, and get them on a call, get them on a workshop like this. If you have questions, please feel free to ask them. Okay. These are a few of my posts, like anywhere they get anywhere from 15,000 to 80, 85, 90,000 views. Quite a decent amount of engagement, I would say. And this is exactly what I'm going to show you in this workshop. And effectively, my goal is to get you going in terms of LinkedIn and posting content, connecting with your customers, and getting some moolah in your bank. Okay, so one thing, this is something that I have been doing for more than a year, around 1.5, I would say 2 years now. So don't think that you are going to get immediate results. It's not going to happen. Sure, it might happen, but take each and every post, take everything that you do in terms of LinkedIn as an experiment. See what is working for you, see what is not working for you, see where you can make some tweaks, see where you can make some changes, and get going. Consistency is very, very important. And I just said willingness to experiment and fail is that's the key behind this. I'm telling you the process that has worked for me, and I mean, I'm also still learning quite a lot of things by testing myself, and along the way, we will be in contact, I'm pretty sure. So I will make sure that I'll tell you what's working for me. If there's some nice new strategies that I discover, I'm going to share everything for you. Here's the thing: don't expect a lot of leads when it comes to LinkedIn. You can get a lot of leads, sure, but quality is very important here in terms of conversion. So you might have 10 people who say like, hey, okay, 10 people in a day who might say, yeah, okay, we want to work with you, but not all of them are going to be qualified people. So it's your responsibility to qualify them, and I'll be touching on that as well in a bit. It's a more personalized approach. So I'm not going to teach you, or I'm not going to give you any tools to automate, because that's definitely not working. And now LinkedIn is really going heavy on people who are using automation. So if anyone says that you are supposed to use automation, that's a short way of getting banned. So don't use automation. Okay, that's something that's very important. And then in the end, I'm going to just make a small offer to you. You don't have to be a part of it. Of course, I'll be happy if you become a part of it, but I'm going to give you everything and each and every tool that you need to know in order to get started on your LinkedIn journey. Okay. So I'm going to ask you by starting, what is it that you are exactly selling? That's very important, because that's something that we will be needing in terms of, let's say, creating your messaging for your profile, creating the content, and literally doing outbound reach, everything, absolutely everything. So what is it that you're exactly selling? I'm just going to open up my chat here so that I can see what you're saying. Okay, professional services, leadership consulting, mentoring, mortgages, financial consulting, various insurances, food trucks, business loans, insurance, small business lending, software product and services, home auto commercial, life insurances, branding, Pinterest services, freelance content services, okay, car and home insurances. Okay, so we have a wide variety when it comes to selling here. Okay, so here's the thing. So for example, when you say you're selling something, this is a very generalized statement that most of you are making here. When I ask you what are you selling, I mean what is the end result that your client is getting working with you. Now don't say money, because everyone wants to either save money or gain money, gain relationships. But what is the end result that your client is getting as a result of working with you? Yeah, Deborah has it on point. Burnout, loneliness, inefficient teams, challenging company. Yeah, Angela, I know. I will take care of it. Don't worry. Peace of mind, good health. Okay. Happiness, clarity, focus, innovation. Okay. Deborah, good. Peace of mind, local agent. Okay. We help small business and owners. That's a good one, Alfred. Sure. You can write that. Absolutely. End result is getting more organized business. So this is fine, but I implore you to go one step further. So one of my mentors, he taught me this. When it comes to selling, or when it comes to an offer, there are two things that you can offer. They should be, first of all, measurable. So you can say that I help someone increase their revenue by 20% or 30%, or I give someone, or I help someone get 3 to 5x ROI. This is very measurable. So measurable. And the second is, it can be an event, which means something that Deborah mentioned here or Alfred mentioned here. I'm selling love. I'm selling, let's say, remedy against loneliness. I'm selling couple therapy so that they can live next 20 years just the way they lived last 20 years, something along those lines. So this is an event which helps them get a very specific result in terms of an action, or a measurable result in terms of revenue. So now again, I'm going to ask you one more time, what are you selling? Just think about it. If you're not clear, just ask, and then I can also clarify once again. That's not a problem. But this is very important just to start building our LinkedIn profile. Okay, Daniel, can you be more specific? What are their growth targets, and what is going to happen as a result of this? So Daniel said, assisting owners to acquire the capital they need to hit their target growth targets. So what will happen as a result of this? So Henry says, people gain the ability to grow their family and build memories in the place they call home. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a very good one. I think Audrey also had that. Um, okay, Douglas said 20% reduction in technology services overall, and average 15% increase in revenue captured from refocusing team on company initiatives. Okay, that's fine as well, I would say, Douglas. Kevin says, I provide capital to grieving families so that they can pay for final expenses, pay down debts. Okay, there are a lot of things coming on. Just a second. I need to, okay. Okay, Kevin said, I provide capital to grieving families so that they can pay for final expenses, pay down debts, and create long-term stream of income. That's a good one, Kevin. That's a very good one. Patrick said, restaurant owners or operators increase their weekly reach, resulting in increased revenues and more happy customers. Can you be a little more specific? How are you gonna? So what is, let's say, the revenue? Can you be specific in terms of numbers? Or when you say weekly reach, what are we implying? What happens as a result of that weekly reach? Angela said improved connection and relationships that positively impact the bottom line and overall success. Angela, what bottom line are we talking about? How many percent? And what would happen as a result of improved connection and relationships? Try to go one step deeper. If you cannot go any more deeper, then you are somewhere there, I would say. So Amit said it's hard to measure as I work on individual strategy to achieve financial goal in terms of working on building cash flow for retirement, buying investment properties, or improve business performances. So here's the thing. Why are Amit? Here's the thing. Why is someone coming to you to improve their cash flow, or why is someone coming to you when they are old? What happens as a result of this? Do they get peace of mind? Are they sure that their family is taken care of for the time that they are still alive? Are they do they have the money that they can give their next generation, so to say? So try to go a little more deep and be a little more specific, so that here's the thing, guys. The reason for this exercise is you have to go exactly in terms of exactly in the mind of your customers. So the reason why someone is going to buy from you, or the reason why someone is even going to entertain a conversation is with you, because you are actually talking to them in terms of a dialogue that they are having in their own head. So no one no one wakes up in the morning saying, hey, I want to have a financial planner working for me. No one says, okay, I want to take care of my cash flow. I mean, sure, that can be one of the issues, but no one wakes up saying, hey, I have a problem, I'm going to buy something today. No, it's the way we communicate and make them realize that, hey, they have a certain kind of pain point which they might not even realize by now. This is something that we are talking about, and this needs to be on point if you have to have a good LinkedIn profile. Is this helping you guys and girls? Is this something that's useful? Yeah, we can talk about this, but I just hope you see where I'm going with this. You have to talk in terms of the pain points, and the results that you're going to help your clients achieve is in the form of something measurable or an event that will help them change their life drastically. Okay, good. So then let me share my screen once again. We are almost done with the slides, and then we can jump in the LinkedIn platform. Okay, so we just did this exercise. In terms of market research, I'm gonna show you one thing that might help you in terms of market research. But I would also like to know what are you doing in terms of market research? How is it that you are trying to talk to your audience? How is it that you are actually getting in their shoes? What are you doing for this? Do you have a particular exercise that you are doing for this, or something that you have learned somewhere? That would be really important. Okay, I have to stop sharing again. Okay, Deborah, that's good. You asked them. I need to understand a LinkedIn. Okay, no exercise for market research. Okay. So okay, if you don't have an answer to this question, it's fine. So let me ask you this: have you at least sold whatever you are selling for? I mean, do you have at least 3 to 5 clients by now? I would assume yes. Okay, 52 clients today. Okay, that's great. So all you have to do when it comes to market research, and if you know your niche, and if you exactly know what you're trying to help your audience with, is offer them something free. This can be a free consultation, free guide, whatever it is, but get on a call with them. And this is your chance to literally ask them anything. If you want, and if they say, you can even pay them. You can try to gamify all this. This gamification helps really well. You can say, you can give them a market report, of what's working very well in the industry, but you just need 10-15 minutes of their time and they will be happy to go on a call with you, Skype, Zoom, whatever it is. Even if you interview like 5 or 10 people under the pretext that, okay, you are going to create a report, which you should in this case, if you say something like this, make sure to get on a call with them, because they will be also wanting to know what's going on in their industry, which will help them get better as well. Does this make sense? Okay, we do free technology. So did you understand this exercise about market research that I gave you right now? Did you see where I was going with this? It might be a little time consuming in the beginning, but it's going to help you a lot. So Deborah, okay, I'll repeat once again. You said you have some customers. In order to get them on a call once again, what you need to do is offer them something free. So what you can do is, hey, I have a free report that I am creating, and I need to do some market research. It's like play to get this report. So if you decide to be a part of this survey, which will have questions, 5 to 10 questions that you have to answer, I will give you what's working very well in your industry and what are your competitors doing, and I will only share with the people who decide to become a part of a survey. So it also creates an intrigue, and they are also going to win with this because they know what's working in their market and what they should do in order to get a better business. Does this make sense? If not, I can clarify again. Okay. Okay. Something like that, Divya. But just give them an incentive, because um, this is how market research works. So this is the first step, and I'm going to show you when I open my LinkedIn what is the second thing that you can ideally do. So the questions that you have to ask is, what is the pain point that, so okay, here is a classic way. You can get a testimonial out of this, you can do a market research out of this. So here are a few questions that you should write down. What happened, or what were the pain points that they were exactly facing before they started working with you? That's the first question. Second question, so just let me know if you are following me. First question, what was happening so that they said, okay, I want to work with this particular person, which is you in this case? That's the first question. Second question, when you started working with me, I mean, let's say I am a service provider and you are working with me. I will ask you, when you started working with me, how did you enjoy the process? What was your experience? That's the question two. What was your experience working with me? What was the process like? Did you enjoy it? That's the second question. And third question, in order to get the result that you help them achieve, what happened as a result of you using my service or product? All right, Alfred, no worries. But are you seeing this? Did you get this exercise? This is a classic market research exercise. Okay, perfect. So I mean, you can always ask me questions, no worries. But we got to get moving. We are already half an hour through, and there is a lot more to cover. Okay, so Kevin, the last one is, what happened as a result of you working with me? What was the exact result? And when I say result, it has to be measurable. So it is a number or an event, as we discussed previously. Okay. So the more specific you become, the better it is for testimonial purposes, for market research purposes. So let's go into the PDF again. So market research, and that's pretty much it, guys. So now I'm going to open my LinkedIn backend, and these are the 4 things that we are going to talk about. First is our profile, uh, and this is going to be based on what we discussed till now. So first is the profile, second is the connections, third is the kind of content, and fourth is outbound. So let me share, and the process is going to be like this. I'm going to talk to you about how to set up our profile, and then you can then ask me questions after that section is done. Okay, that makes sense, so that we can have everything working simultaneously, and there is some good synchronization there. So let me share with this. Do you see my screen? Does everyone see my screen? Oh, where is it? Sorry. Sorry guys, I'm having some issue checking the chats, and just a second. Okay, so good. So I'm just gonna continue. It seems that you are gonna see now you won't be able to see because I stopped sharing, but okay. There you go. Okay, so this is my LinkedIn profile, and I am gonna start here. So very first thing, you should have a good profile picture. Please don't have pictures where someone has a hand on your shoulder and shit like that. Please don't use that. That's really ridiculous. Try to have a good profile picture where you are smiling, where you look sympathetic, where people can trust you, people can like you, and so on. Now, coming to the name, okay, and one more thing, the cover photo. Mine is okay, I would say, but I've seen better cover photos. And you might have also seen where people say over here in this space their email address, their social links, what is it that they do, or book a free consultation or whatever. You can put that. Mine can be better, I must say that. So next thing, I do this personally. Some people are against it, some people are for it. It works for me, so I do it. Um, you put your name here, and then you just write in a, let's say, few words, what is the result that you help achieve for your customers. So I say creating thought leaders by using video. Thought leader is also something that is desirable for most of the audience, so this has been working really well for me. Before this, I had uh, what did I have, increasing 25 or 30% revenue with the help of our proprietary system, something along those lines. But this is very crucial. And then below, this is a classic format. Just follow this. Helping your target audience become whatever with the help of your specific method or specific way of engaging with your audience, or whatever it is that you provide. You can copy this format. That's I help dash get dash with the help of dash. That's a classic format. So I help I help old people get relief during their end days. I'm just making these things up. Don't take me literally. By helping them with their retirement, whatever. I mean, I'm not much acquainted with that industry, but I hope you see where I'm going with this. Okay. Now, the very important part is about me or about you. Guys, this here's the thing. When it comes to LinkedIn profile, this is literally your resume. If you send a request to anyone, if someone opens your profile, they are going to decide immediately if they like you or not based on these first things. First, what is it that you do? A second is your about me. Now you will see so many people, they write about themselves in third person. So Rohan Kale has done ABC, he is an experience, blah blah blah. That's not how it works. Stop talking about yourself, please, please, please. talk in terms of your customers and see where they are in their journey, because that's everything. If you resonate with your audience, they will like you, they will trust you immediately, and then only will they have a conversation with you, which is very crucial. So I believe in God. I believe in universe. So I write what's right for me. I write a bit about what's my story, what I've been through, and then I also write how I help my customers become thought leaders, and then what's my goal for this particular year, for example. So this is very personalized for me. You have to make it personalized for yourself. That's pretty much it. And also, if you have testimonials, so I have examples of my work here. So right now so till last year I had only an animation video company. Now I have branched into animation is still there, but I've also branched into live videos along with a little bit of LinkedIn marketing that I'm doing. But these are the animation videos that I've produced so far. I have also been published here in Forbes and Inc. magazine, so I have stuff like that. I have testimonials that my client have given me. So these are the things that I've put here. So feel free to just put whatever testimonials or publications that you have been in or examples of your work to it. Okay. Next thing. Um, this is an article, so I'm gonna tell you what it is. Make sure to have an article which really resonates with your target audience. You don't have to have many articles on LinkedIn, because um, right now it's good to write articles if you want, sure, but it's not a must that you have to write an article uh, once a week or once a month. It's still okay if you don't write it. You can write an article once in 3 months or 6 months. Right now I would say it's still fine. But whatever article you have here, make sure to make it beautiful and sexy and as detailed as possible, so people who are going through your profile will say, oh, okay, I want to have $1 billion brand using video marketing, let me check. And then make it as precise and as detailed as possible, so people who read this, they are like, wow, this guy or this girl really knows what they are talking about. It's very mandatory for you to do this. So this is the article. I'm gonna get to that later. And then again, this is your experience currently. So what you do, I have like a full service video marketing agency, and then I just write here what is it that I exactly do for my clients. What are the results that I've generated for my clients? What's my process that I use? um, People generally, if you have done all these steps correctly, people will not read through this, but it's always good to have this. You can also have, I mean, if you want, you can also copy paste the summary over here. That's still okay, I would say. I'm trying different things, so I'm having two different things over here. So try and test what's working for you. But um, the about me or about you is the most crucial part here. Does that make sense? Let's see the chat. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay, perfect. So going ahead, uh, here is your education. You can put your education here. Okay, one thing that I didn't mention, it's really good that you have a company page. So many times you will see that there's nothing. Okay, let me find something. Uh, can someone share their LinkedIn profile with me? I can then do a live critique, or let me share something with you. Okay, just a second. So Yash is working with me. We work together, but he has something. Okay. Can someone share their profile with me so I can? Who has who has not got anything when it comes to company page? Okay. I'm opening Maxim's page. Let's see. Okay, Max, you already have a company page. I'm just searching for someone who doesn't have a company page. So let's search this. Uh, Sorry guys, I'm finding it difficult to go to the chat somehow. Okay, I got it. Okay, Guna, let's see. Okay, Daniel. Okay, I have it. I have it. I have it. I have it. So, do you see Daniel's page here, everyone? Okay. So, you see, this is not recommended. So, for example, if you have a company page, then someone can just click over here. So, for example, let me show you. Do you see my screen here? I hope so. So, if someone press on my company page, you will see a company page that I have created for myself. And then I have also put things over here, what I do, samples of my work, so on and so forth. So Daniel doesn't have this. Do you see the difference? Yes, no, I don't know. Yes, Angela. Whatever your company name is, yes. This is very important. And then here you can see also how many people have visited your profile, company page in the last few days. So in last 30 days, I have 57 followers, 1.6 post impressions, which is pretty okay, I would say. Guna, I would say you can post something once a week. Our goal is to drive traffic from our personal profile to the company profile. I mean, it's not a goal, but people who are intrigued by your profile, they will naturally go to your company page and see what you're doing. Yes, Deborah, that's the name of my company. I've branded my business under my name. Yes. And then here I have to show you something. What did I want to show you? Oh, there you go. So just a little bit of content tip here as we speak. You see this? On the company page, you have something called a content tab. And then you can say, okay, for me, marketing and advertising is of interest. And then I can see what's the engagement rate for a particular piece of content, for example. And all you have to do is have a look, and you can even create a content piece with your view about that particular thing. Yes, David, yes, we will. Do you see what I'm trying to say here, everyone? So this is one way that we can also find content. Okay, so without wasting time, so you have to link your profile with your company page. That's something that's important. Now, the next thing, skills and endorsements. 99 plus, so you can have up to 99, and whatever you have above 99, it just says 99 plus. So these are a few things that are my top skills, because I'm into video production, digital marketing, and explainer videos. You can have more here. So these are some other things that people have endorsed me for. It generally looks good. It's not a mandatory thing. However, I have something for you which might be of interest. So what I'm going to do for you, so how many people do we have here? I'm going to share something with you. So Audrey say my content area seems to be locked. Also, is there a way to duplicate the content so that it posts on your page and company page? No, Audrey, that's not possible. Sorry, unfortunately. But in terms of endorsement, what I showed you right now, what I have done is I have created a Facebook group. So what I would say, and I've created a link there or a thread there where you can just put what you're trying to do or just introduce yourself and put your LinkedIn profile there. So just cross endorse yourself. So people who do not have any kind of endorsements can have some kind of endorsements. Like it's better, one is better than zero. So if you have like 20, 30, that will still make your profile look a little better. Did you get the link, the Facebook group link, everyone? Here it is once again. I have posted it in the chat. Deborah, did you see it? Oh, Okay. Just a second. Let me see. Here, do you see it now? Okay, perfect. So just everyone, please go to that Facebook group, and after the webinar, I mean, you can go there and just click connect. I will introduce and just introduce yourself, endorse yourself, and we will have some fun inside the Facebook group as well. But we got to get moving. So are things clear till now? Okay, I have one more thing that I have to cover here. Just a second. Recommendations or testimonials, very important, very important. This makes your profile look sexy. It's very important. So you can either give recommendations or receive recommendations. I have 16, can be more. I haven't asked a few clients of mine, but yeah, this essentially is something that people will go through. And all you can do is people, I mean, if you have testimonials on your website, you can simply ask your customers to post them over here in LinkedIn, and that's pretty much it. Hardly takes a few seconds of their time. Okay, is this clear? Okay, good. And if you liked what I'm doing, in the end, you can give me a testimonial as well, just for fun's sake. Okay, no, not fun sake, it's true. Okay, so questions. So the profile part is done. This is the first part that I was wanting to talk about. Any questions? Anything? And how you can connect the company page to your personal page? Just Google it. It's very easy. It's a no-brainer, really. Any questions, or should I go ahead? Okay, good. Seems that there are no questions. Alrighty, so next thing is connections. So how does it work? These are, so if you press this tab, these are your connections. So when it comes to connections, you have three kinds of connections. So people, your first degree connections. So first degree connections are the people who are directly connected with you. So either you have sent them a connection request or they have sent you a connection request, and that's your first degree connections. Now the thing with LinkedIn is the first degree connections of your first degree connections are your second degree connections. And this is going to be very important when we talk about content. And the first degree connections of your second degree connections are your third degree connections. Is this clear? This is going to be very important when we are going to talk about content. Okay, perfect. One more thing I forgot, very important. Your naming convention. So if you see my name here is linkedin.com/in Rohan Kale 1985. Unfortunately, Rohan Kale was not available, so 1985 is what I put. This is how you can do it. Go to me, go to settings and privacy, then go to edit your public profile. Is everyone seeing this screen? Yes. Okay, good. Okay. So very important, you have to make your profile public. It's very important, and this is how you do it. Okay, everyone has to see your background photo, headlines, everything. Just make everything public. Absolutely important. And here is where you put your name. So right now you will have your name slash some numbers, some alphabets, I don't know what not. So here's where you put your name. Helps it easy, makes it very easy. So if someone asks you what's your LinkedIn number or LinkedIn ID, you can just say linkedin.com/in/your ID. So just like Instagram or whatever it is. Make sense? Make sense? Yeah, Douglas, for example. This is Douglas. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, cool, Angela. Okay, this is clear. Should I move ahead? Should I move on? Okay, great. So now comes the content part. Very important. That's why we are here. Okay. So when it comes to content, and this is the reason why I told my story to you. When it comes to content, people remember you by your stories. That's the fact. There's no saying anything else about it. I mean, that's how it works, and people know me mostly because of my story, because how I'm from India and how I gambled and how I fucked my life up, and then how I am right now where I am, etc., etc. So when it comes to content, you have to make sure that you have your core story ready. So that means, how did you reach where you are right now? Let me go full screen. Let me go full screen on you. Very important. This is absolutely, I'm gonna stop this. Okay. So you have to have your core story, which will be the upper umbrella, if you will, and that means you will have to talk about what is it that you have been through. How was your childhood? What did you face as a child? Did you have some hardships? Did you doesn't have to be like this, but what did you went through that transition you into the person you are right now, and how you are helping your target audiences? So the hero story. So in my business, for example, in video marketing, this is what we do. This is what we call as a hero story. We help them, or them as in your audience, show what transition you went through to become the person you are right now. So that is your top story. Now, inside, is this clear? Questions? Questions? Okay, perfect. Now, this is the top story. So Roland, what is not clear, buddy? Okay, let me explain once again. how did you end up where you are right now, Roland? I mean, okay, no questions. Okay, okay, good. Okay, so it's clear. So, okay, perfect. So below, so this is your core story, and below your core stories, you have to have 3 to 4 sub stories, if you will. So, for example, one story of mine, which I clearly remember, was the day when I was going to tell my parents that I fucked up big time and I have to pay so much money, and I spend this money that I don't have, and I need their help. And I clearly remember how sad I was because I couldn't sleep all night long and I didn't know what I was going to tell my parents the next day when I woke up or when they woke up. So I couldn't sleep the entire day, and I talk about what went through my head and what happened when I actually told my parents about this. And I also talk about how my mom cried because they didn't expect me to fuck up things like this. But that is the time when I could actually open up to them and tell them the kind of frustration that I have been going through in my job and how it was a release, and all that kind of stuff basically. So that's one sub story. Does it make sense? Second sub story that I talk about is how I used to hang out with people and how I started to become alcoholic, and I used to get drunk almost every night because I was in this crazy world. No excuses. I take responsibility, but this is something that I talk about. Is this clear? This is like the second sub story. So you have to create this subsections or sub story sections, and you can also use these stories in your about me section, or you can talk about these stories in the post format as well when you post on LinkedIn. Effectively, what we have to do whenever we post content on LinkedIn, it's very crucial that you bring this together in a way that is empowering the people who are potentially your target audiences. And even if not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't harm us to share our life experiences and make someone feel better, because who someone in the world, even if it's this is how I look at it. I mean, I don't, without sounding too idealistic, even if I help, or even if make 3 to 5 people feel good out of, let's say, 10,000 people that see my post, it's still worth it, right? I mean, why not? And essentially these people connect with you, and you never know how it might return to you. I mean, you might get some references, you might get some clients out of it as well. I mean, don't do it with the expectation of getting something in return, but it's just like value giving, and value, when you give value, it always comes back. This is my experience since last 5 years that I've been in that I have been in business for. Yes, Angela, correct. Then those 3 stories can also, yeah, exactly. You're right. I mean, this is how you spread goodwill basically, and this is how you essentially become a thought leader. I mean, I don't know if this sounds too cheesy, but yeah, it works. Yeah. So your personal story, that's the one thing. Second thing is your daily stories. So for example, I can show you what is it that I wrote. Just a second, let me share my screen with you. All right, see activity, posts. So so for example, yesterday I wrote about how my colleagues lift me up when I feel low. This is a general experience. I mean, being an entrepreneur is not always happy and jolly. It's sometimes you have your moments, so you talk about it. It's just what you feel on a daily basis. Just make sure to put it out there and just bring it together in the context of your life, or of your business, or of your target audience, and just make them feel better. I mean, I've been really heavy on promoting this webinar since last week, so you will see quite a lot of posts about this LinkedIn webinar. So I'm just scrolling a little down. So for example, this one, I just put a video of this baby smiling. I don't know. This is pretty funny actually. I like this. So and this baby is smiling with his grandfather. It's like a pretty cute video. But then I brought it up in a way that um, which showed that hey, we as people are supposed to be happy. We as people were born happy. So why don't we just I mean, although you have bad times, just get out of it. Just try to be positive. And don't get stuck into the daily bullshit that you tell or the people tell you. Try to get out of it. Try to find better friends. Try to be better. How you can work hard and actually achieve what you can achieve. Things like these. Does this make sense? Is this useful? Okay, perfect. And if you have questions, please ask me. Don't hesitate to ask me. I'm here for you. So, and again, not all my posts are performing equally well. So you will see there is a wide range of reach that I get. So some posts bomb, some posts do really well. So you just have to experiment and see what's working well, and that's pretty much it. That's how it works, right? I mean, marketing is all about testing and trying different things and see what works, and figuring out a format for yourself, and that's pretty much it. um yeah, one more thing that's very crucial. Talk about your customer stories. You I mean, on a daily basis, I'm pretty sure you might be talking to your customers. There might be some funny stories that might have happened, or there might be sales calls that happen and that give you some lessons. There might be uh, some customers who have crazy expectations from you, and you're like, oh my god, I'm shocked. So I post these kind of stories as well. So just to show you that you are human, and that's pretty much it. So Guna, I post once a day. However, you can post 2 or 3 times a day. Doesn't matter. As much time as you have, you can post content. Not That's not a problem. Um, it's there's no hard rule for this, I would say. Okay, as much time as you can dedicate to this, better it is. And the thing that I wanted to talk to you when it comes to connections. So for example, Guna, is that clear? There's no specific number as such. Okay. So when it comes to LinkedIn connections, so for example, if Roland and we are connected. If Roland likes my post, the first degree connections of Roland, who are my second degree connections, they see that post as well. Even better, if Roland shares my post, then everyone can see it for sure. And this is how it works. And then if the second degree if my second degree connections, who are Roland's first degree connections, comment on my post, then their first degree connections, which are my third degree connections, can see that post as well. I'm going to get back to that, Angela. I'm going to talk about it, okay? But is this clear? And this is why content is important, and getting that engagement is very crucial. So even if someone is not directly connected to you, they see your post and they're like, oh, okay, let me see who Guna is. Let me see who Angela is. Let me see who Deborah is. Let me check out. They seem to have good content. And more often than not, if they like your profile, which we already talked about, so there's no reason not to like it. They will say, this person looks cool. I want to connect to them. So yes, Angela, I accept all the requests unless and until I see that it's a complete scam who has like probably no profile picture, 5 or 10 connections, no information on their profile. I don't accept that. Yes, Audrey, you're right. That's the key to get a wide outreach on LinkedIn. Yes, you're right. You have to have interaction in terms of comments or likes, and that's what essentially going to drive traffic to your profile and your company page and your business and money and everything else that you want. As I mean, essentially, become happy. Um, so that's the third part, which is content. Any questions there? Any questions when it comes to content? Okay, Audrey asks, does it help to have people who know and trust purposely interact then? That is, you have friends like your post and comment and they do the same, or I this is the thing. I mean, it completely depends on who your first degrees, who the second degree connections are. There's no specific measure for this, I would say. Yeah, essentially goal is to expand your reach, and when they like, it's like a web, like first degree, second degree, third degree, it's like going everywhere. But is this clear in terms of content till now? Yes, no, I don't know, maybe there's still some confusion. Okay, perfect. Yes, Roland, that's how it works out. So Roland said, absolutely, my business partners and industry friends interact regularly and have had one another second degree connection reach out. Exactly, that's how it works. That's how it works, exactly. um, One more thing when it comes to content. So I told you the specific kind of content that you can put. However, there is there's an umbrella about this, and you can use your content or put out content in these 3 to 4 categories. I learned this from one of my mentors as well. So you might want to note this down because this is very important. The first is question and answers. So the question and answers could be question and answers between you and your client, um, you and your employee, storytelling. Um, what did you learn from that particular question and answer round? What is something that is what's the takeaway from this? So that's question and answer. That's the first thing. Second thing is a rant or something that you feel like talking. So the stories that I mentioned, I felt like talking about a story about my Uber driver who was really hardworking and who lost everything, and now he's building up his life, working 18-20 hours a day. So this is an experience that I had. So I just put a rant about it on LinkedIn. So this is a rant. Third is interviews. So interviews could be podcasts that you are a part of, or someone who you talk to on your Facebook Live, or your client interviews. Doesn't matter. Interviews are best put in a video format. I'm gonna get back to that as well. Videos is something that is working extremely well. I mean, LinkedIn is promoting videos extensively right now because it's pretty new to their platform. So this is something that is getting a lot of reach. So this micro content videos of 60 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds with subtitles are working exceptionally well. And if you have the ability, I would definitely recommend that you start doing videos as well. So it might be uncomfortable in the beginning, I know, and I understand. It was the same for me, but just get over it. There's nothing else that I can say about it. or then hire someone like us to come to your place and record everything, and that's it. But I will get back to that later. Okay. So is the inbound marketing part clear? No, Audrey. Okay. So Audrey asked 60 to 90 seconds for LinkedIn videos. Then yes. Are the captions automated? There they are. They are not automated like on Facebook. No. However, if you just go to YouTube, sorry, if you just search how to get an SRT file from a video from YouTube, you can get a very easy process. So that's something that is a tip. SRT file, yeah, that's what you use in order to get the subtitles. Just Google it. I'm pretty sure you will. I know for a fact that there are a lot of videos out there which talk about how to get subtitles for your video from YouTube. Okay, just a quick water drink. Oh, just a tip from my side, just a little side topic, but this is like heaven, because I used to drink very little water, I would say, and it somehow I realized that I just started feeling so tired, although I was working out and everything. As soon as I started drinking 3 liters water a day, my energy level is out of the roof. I mean, now it's so. By the way, I'm visiting family and my Asian team here. I'm in India. It's 1:30 here, or 1:40 in the morning here, and I just feel so fresh and awake, and it's amazing. So just a side note. Okay, so Audrey asks, and to be clear, video content on personal page or professional? Personal, Audrey. Um, you can do it on business page as well, but personal page is better, I would say. Okay. So the last part, I am gonna, which is the outbound part, and it's gonna include everything that we talked about so far. So I'm gonna open my Sales Navigator now. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see my Sales Navigator? Alrighty. So I definitely recommend having a Sales Navigator because this is going to be very crucial when it comes to outbound marketing. Not only, I mean, as I said, LinkedIn success depends on inbound as well as outbound marketing. So outbound is something that needs Sales Navigator. And why? Because I'm going to show you. So for example, before you start any kind of outbound marketing, you have to specifically know who is your target audience. And whoever it is, you have to be so specific, and you can get so specific in terms of Sales Navigator. So I'm going to just say search for leads. Okay. Apply your sales preference. Now, yes, yes, Audrey, you have to pay for Sales Navigator, correct? It's a paid, I think it's a paid subscription. It's like $70 a month, I believe. So coming to the industries, so what industry do you want to work with? So for example, real estate, just as an example. um, if it's so, when it comes to real estate, you have like 861,000 whatever filters, but we cannot talk to so many people, so we have to get more granular. So what do? We say seniority levels. So we can say this is an owner, for example. So now you have 47,000 people. However, that's still quite a lot. You cannot connect with 47,000 people. Now, what you can do is have a company count. Let's say 11 to 50. Oh, okay, funny. Okay, 11 to 50, so it's still 77,000 people. Let's go more granular. So what else can we do? Okay, geographical area, very important. So we can select someone from Florida, for example, or New York. And then you have like 4,000 searches. Now 4,000 seems still okay. And then you can say search. And then you can start having a look at these profiles. Assuming that you know who your target audience is, what money they're making, what zone they are staying in, geographically, you have these people here, and then you just simply connect with them with a personalized request, saying, now this is an open profile, as you see. So open profile is something that you can just simply send a message. You don't even have to be connected with these people. So this is an open profile, it seems. But what you can do essentially is you can save this as a lead, create a lead list, or I have one called example. So I'm just going to save this, and then I'm just going to study this person. So you see what they have written, what is their goal, what is it that they do, something related to golf, uh, just market research, classic market research. And then when you reach out to them, just write something so specific that they have, and again, I'm coming back to the market research topic, because whenever you connect with these people, you have to know what is it that they are going through in terms of pain point. That's very crucial. So you can ask meaningful questions, or you can ask questions that might turn them off. So how you frame these questions is absolutely trial and error, and it depends from industry to industry as well. So I do not know what's the pain point of a golf person or a real estate person, for example. Sure, Guna. And this is exactly how it works. Is this making sense? The more market research you do, the better it is in terms of having a personalized conversations with them. And chances are that you might not get a reply in the first go. However, I'm going to open my phone, so you can download the LinkedIn app on your phone as well. And I'm going to show you something. Assuming these guys, assuming, okay, let's take one step back. When it comes to outreach, I recommend starting with, let's say, 20 to 30 personalized messages per day. And then you can scale it up to even 80, 90 a day over a period of a couple of months. Generally, uh, from my experience, 30 to 40% or even 50% people connect with you. If you send a very meaningful connection request with a meaningful message, not a copy pasted one, please don't do that. Your chances of people accepting your request will be even higher. Okay, is that clear? Alrighty. So once someone connects with you, you can use your phone, because I don't know if you can see. However, what I'm gonna do now is let's say someone called Rebecca has written me. Oh, she was also supposed to be here, but doesn't matter. However, what happens here is, on LinkedIn, if you open an app, you have options of, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this by any chance? So these are various options. You can send attachments, you can send PDFs, you can send a video, you can send a voice message. What else can you send? You can send a GIF. So if someone doesn't reply to you, you have multiple ways to engage with your audience. And here's the thing. someone of your target audience might have 3 to 4 different pain points. If they don't reply to one pain point that you mentioned in your personalized message, you can talk about the second pain point in the second message and try a different format. So you have to mix and match different things and see what's working for you. A tracking sheet is very important in this case, I would say, to see what kind of message resonated with a particular audience and what didn't. And if you have like a data or a period of 100 connections or 100 messages that you send, you can start seeing the trends, and you can see what are people responding to and what are people not responding to. So this is very important. Yes, if people are sending mass messages, Amit, um, I get the same. I mean, that's not useful. I mean, you generally just imagine if someone sends you a request, sure, you will accept it. And if someone sends you a mass message, which you know is a templated message, you feel annoyed. And if you do the same to people, they will respond in the same way. So it's like it's both ways. So you have to make sure that you have a very personalized approach towards things. It's a little time consuming. However, I assume all of you who want to learn LinkedIn, every each and every audience or each and every prospect, it's worth quite a lot in terms of money when you acquire them. So it's worth it, I would say. You just have to put a little hard work, and essentially when you have a system, you can hire someone and teach them this system. But in the beginning, you have to put a little bit of work yourself and be consistent, so you will start seeing results. Okay, what else do I have here? Is this clear? Are there doubts here? I know we are like 20 minutes over time. No, 5 minutes over time. It's fine, I guess. But is this clear? Do you have any questions? Yes, no, maybe. Uh, did I lose you guys? No one is saying anything. Okay, Deborah, for sure. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, so that's what I have in terms of LinkedIn for you. And if you start doing this consistently, I'm pretty sure you're going to get results. Now, I said that I will make an offer. If you find this useful and if you want to have a very personalized approach towards things, and if you want to work, let's say in a group setting, in a small group setting, 15, 20 people, or if you want to have me and my team do all this for you, whatever I mentioned, let's chat. And in any case, we have the Facebook group now. We are going to have a conversation there. However, if you feel that this is something that you can use on a daily basis, or if you want us to handle on a daily basis, or we can do it in a done with you manner, let's have a conversation and see if or how I can be of help. In this case, I would just ask you to book a call here. And again, this is not going to be a salesy call. I'm just going to see where you're at. I'm going to tell you what the offer is, because I think that this is something that could help a lot of you. And if this is interesting, let's talk. Alrighty. Um, I have sent the link to my calendar here, and that's pretty much it. If you are interested, I would really appreciate we have a conversation. That's it. Other than that, do you have any questions? Yes, Angela, I will accept all the people in the Facebook group for sure. But are there any questions that you have or that I can answer for you? Please feel free to ask me. Just a second, Audrey. Okay, here's the link to the Facebook group once again. Okay, so again, you are either connected to me on LinkedIn or Facebook or both of them. Any questions, feel free to ask them. I hope this was useful for you. Do you think you will be able to start your LinkedIn journey? I mean, even if I help a couple of you and get you some results, I would be really happy. Was this useful? Yes, sure. Please make sure to add me on LinkedIn as well. Happy to connect with all of you. Cool. Great. Great. Just one thing, guys. If you really find this useful, I would just appreciate if you can drop a comment or a recommendation on LinkedIn and or Facebook. That would really mean a lot to me. I didn't make this out of any expectations. Funny enough, I wanted to do this for the people who are working with me, and I said I just want to help as many people out there. So why not have a group setting? So if you can just send me a recommendation, I would really appreciate it. Okay. So if there are no more questions, we can call it a day. I can call it a night. Um, and I will talk to you very soon. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Bye bye. I will also upload the recording in the Facebook group, just that you know, so you can refer to it anytime you want. Okay. Good. So thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful time. Ciao, ciao. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Here's the link to my calendar. If you want to get on a call with me, if you want to discuss how we can work together in a done for you setting or a done with you setting, happy to have a conversation with you. Okay, good. Take care. Bye bye. Bye bye.